I've waited. I've waited like you lot. I don't know what I'm doing. But what's up, guys? This is going to be nice, quick, and easy because I actually have to do some things. So hopefully you guys like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to take a deep dive into these Glory of Navori cards. Make like your favorite Vandal Scout and explore new region cards coming. So we are getting a variety pack. We look like we got some Ionia, Demacia, and Shadow Owls. And more cards in the card library. Bump it up! First up, we got the FLASHBOMB PEDDLER. When you play... Oh, they finally did it! They finally did it. We have a Puffcat PEDDLER, and now we have a FLASHBOMB PEDDLER. When you play a spell, plant one FLASHBOMB trap randomly in the top 8 cards of the enemy deck. I think if... it makes me want to pop it up. I really don't have the time to, but... Makes me want to see. I know it's a 3-drop. This one's a 2 cost 1/3, which is obviously better because it comes out. FLASHBOMBs are not as crazy impactful, but it is cool that you can get it out a little bit earlier. In top 8 cards, FLASHBOMBs need to be on the top. I was just gonna check that Puffcaps, I think, are Puffcaps don't have like what's it called, like they don't attach to a certain number, like a top or whatever like that. What is this, like Super Zillion in the background? 4 cost, augmented clockling, elusive. Oh boy, another elusive, and this is actually in Zillion, not Zillion, Zon. I don't know why. Play and it predicts, then draw 1 card and reduces cost by 1. That is some good shit. First of all, it's elusive, which is pretty good. 4 costs, predict. Put whatever card that is, you draw it and it's reduced by 1. It could be a champion, could be literally anything. That's good. Also, if you skip the predict, it still draws that card and reduces it by 1. So let's say you don't see anything in the predict and said, well, that's kind of doo-doo, you're still pretty good. So those are really good cards. Augmented Clockling you'll definitely see. It sucks that it is 4 costs though, but it could get reduced, right? It could be reduced in some way because it could draw itself or something. I don't know, but it is interesting of a card. And depending on what kind of printer deck that you're going, if you see a time bomb, you can reduce it by 1 and then print the 1 in your hand. So it's really good for printing stuff. Like it's a really good printer-esque deck. Next up, the Secret Keeper. When I'm summoned, create at the bottom of your deck 2 random level 2 champions that aren't in play, that aren't in your hand, deck, or play. So this card is content creator. Content creator. So it's not as crazy as Howling Abyss, right? And there's ways to, I mean, you could cheese it out. It actually synergizes with the Priestess, right? Because the Priestess summons a thing that's in the deck, right? And this is in Shurima, so you could still do it. So it's kind of like Priestess support, because it's as long as you do the 6 in there and then you on top of that you do it. But you could also just not do the 6 quest, right, and draw a level 2 champion that's already leveled up, and it is random and it's when I'm summoned. So theoretically you could multiply this. You could even run a deck that has absolutely no champions and just hold the Secret of the Keeper, just like gives you an entire deck of level 2 champions that you didn't earn whatsoever. Very weird though. That's not really Shurima's kind of thing though. It just seems really weird to give Shurima that, in my personal opinion. But it also allows you to, let's say if you have the Emperor's deck, right? You did mono Shurima, you just throw the Seeker and the Keeper after Azir has fully ascended, and now all of a sudden you're gonna draw level 2 champions at the end with a little bit of predict magic. You might even shuffle it up a bit. I don't know, it just seems weird. But yeah, that aren't in play in your hand, deck. So it's like, I guess, not too big of a fan of it, but I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's a content creator card. Fallen Sands General. Overwhelm. I have +1 for each ephemeral ally you summon this game. So it is literally a finisher kind of card. Obviously Sand Soldier support. It doesn't necessarily work, but it is a good, I think that in Azir Aurelia, but remember Aurelia is getting rotated, but it does work with that deck, right? It gives you a nice 7 cost that's going to come out crazy. Also, you know, if you just said, well, you can rotate Aurelia, but you're not doing anything to Hecarim, you could just do an Azir Hecarim deck and then do that as well, and this would be a really big unit. So I definitely could see this being a very useful card. So far out of these 4, I think the best one is the Augmented Clockling. This is kind of trolly, but it could be fun. Like I said, if you high roll, this is a great card. The problem with high roll archetypes and stuff like that is that if you were to make it as a content creator, I'm saying you make the card, right? You have fun with it, but the problem is that if you low roll and get crap, you just wasted 20-30 minutes of recording and didn't get what you wanted. So competitive people won't use this because it's too random. They're always looking for consistent decks. FLASHBOMB is good, and so is the Fallen Sand Soldier general, as long as you're obviously using any type of ephemeral. You could also use this in Ionia as well, because Ionia has a decent amount of ephemeral generations, right? So let's go to the next little batch. And next up, we're going to have Carved Blade Twirler. So it's the Blade Twirler, and it looked like he turned... that's a weird looking Blade Twirler, because the other Blade Twirler is the Ionian one, and I think you get +2 every time something's stunned or recalled. This one is a 2-cost, 1/3, but it's just faded. Sorry, that's not faded. Augmented. It's augmented with quick attack. Similar thing, but it's looking to be in a deck where a bunch of created cards. Decent card, but it just depends if you're running a bunch of created cards, I guess. Next up is the Pie Toss. Deal 1 to a unit, create a perilous pastry in hand, and that gives you deal 1 to anything, and it costs 2. Wow, like first it's a actual pie, and then it's it's like a what is it? I want to say anchor, but I know that's not what it is. It's damn it, what is this thing called? Like you use it to smith on. I can't think of it. I think it starts with an A though. And that's all we got here. So this whole thing here is just ass, but this is actually good for certain archetypes. Like it's double ping, it's 2 damage. It's 2 damage for 3, but this can go to anything. So depending on the state of things, this could be a finisher in a sense, but I don't know, I doubt it. We're going we're going into Senna, right? So we can fast speed play this for some reason, but it could be, I don't know, Banner City Annie, Banner City Tie Bulk. I don't know, just seems kind of trash. I don't see like using this card at all. It's just weird in this batch of cards that it even came out with it. But if I were to say, like I said, this batch is really cool, and I guess that's really it. Let me just double check and click on this in case like they have actually more than what meets the eye. Oh yeah, I forgot. They get it like a couple minutes afterwards. They just link it here, which is but they usually get it like 10 or so minutes afterwards. What card are you guys most excited to use? I would obviously think like the most consistent card would be the Augmented Clockling. This looks really cool, and I don't know, it looks like it looks Shuriman, right? It looks Shuriman, but like it's like, I don't know. It's just a weird concept of a thing. As far as like hype stuff, I don't know. It's weird that it says venture into Ionia, Demacia, the Shadow Isles, and more. Because it's all PNZ in Shurima, and none of these are PNZ, Shurima, and Banner City. Or is that just a blanket statement that they give out when they do this? I actually don't know. I actually thought we were gonna get these cards, right? Because that would have made more sense to me. Because these are like Jack's support, and I'm assuming Jack is going to be some Runeterra champion, and he's gonna have like these certain kind of units and his own units plus some other units that are in there. So yeah, anywho, that's gonna be it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I had a blast looking through the new cards. They don't really give us any hints. I think these are literally like variety cards. They're just random cards, so just added into the pool. There is no rhyme or reason to them. There's nothing to do with Set, has nothing to do with Samara or Jack. So it's just random rhyme or reason cards. Also, I heard a rumor that there could be 4 champions. I mean, because if I'm just looking at the map, right? So we got Set yesterday, variety, then support for a character, right? For an actual unit, then unit, which is going to be, Jack or Samara, right? And then you do another variety, then you do support for that character, and then you drop the actual champion, and then you release. So I'm assuming not, unless they literally release it on the 29th, like, hey, check this out. But so I'm assuming not. So I feel like tomorrow is going to be another day of just like units, like regular units, and that's about it. Regular units that are supporting Samara or Jack, and then that's it. And then we get the next corresponding champion in the next reveal. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.